In previous class we have seen introduction to classes and objects. Today let us see constructors. Uninitialized data has been common source of bugs. Bugs caused by uninitialized data occurs regularly in C language. For example, if we take this small code int I, if we try to print that variable I, then it will give the garbage value. C does not have built-in mechanism to enforce proper initialization of data. C programmers must always remember the initialized data after they allocate it and before they use it. JVM allocates enough memory on the heap to accommodate the object's instance variables. When that memory is first allocated, data it contains is unpredictable. If you use that memory as it is, the behavior of the object would also be unpredictable. To avoid such kind of scenarios, Java enforces memory initialization at least to predictable default values before it is used by any code. Java has built-in mechanisms that help you to ensure proper initialization of the memory occupied by newly created object. With proper use of this mechanism, we can prevent object being initialized to invalid state. Java has three mechanisms to ensure proper initialization of objects: instance initializers, instance variable initializers, and constructors. Here we are not going to discuss this first two and we will see constructors here. A constructor initializes an object immediately upon its creation. In Java, constructors are similar to methods, but they are not methods. Like methods, constructor has set of parameters and body. However, unlike methods, constructor do not have return type. Constructor name should be same as the class name. Constructor should not have return type, not even void. There are three types of constructors: no argument constructor, parameterized constructor, and default constructors. In our previous video, classes and objects, we have created person class. In that we did not write any constructor, just we have defined attributes and one method print details. If we do not provide constructor, Java compiler will provide default constructor for us. The default constructor will assign the default values to instance variables. Our person1 object would be something like this. If you do not write constructor, default constructor will provide default values to our object. In person demo class, we have updated instance variable by using these three statements. Now let us write constructor in person class. Let us take these three statements, write them in constructor. Let me paste here. Since constructor do not have any return type, just write constructor name. That constructor name should be same as class name. So this constructor is inside this person class, so to access this fields name, age and gender, we do not require this object reference and dot operator, so I can access by using simple names. Now we have modified our person class with this constructor. Here we are not providing any argument, so this is no argument constructor. Let us run this file. Here I am using Eclipse IDE. We got the same output. Remember, this is not a default constructor. A default constructor is also no argument constructor, but that will provide the default values to our object. But here we are assigning different values. Suppose if we want to create one more person object, let me call this as person2. Now let us run the program. Let me write this statement for better printing. Here this person1 and person2 both are having the same data, but I want to create different person objects, then parameterized constructors would be more helpful. Here we have written no argument constructor. Let us write parameterized constructor. Let us add parameters here. Person name is of type string, so age is of type int, person age, person gender. Now we can assign these values here. Now we have added parameterized constructor. Now let us create new objects within this person demo class by using parameterized constructor. While creating objects with parameterized constructor, we need to pass parameters. Let us print person3 and person4 also. Let us run this file. First two objects are created by using default constructor. Next two objects person3 and person4 created by using parameterized constructor. These first two objects have the same data since we have initialized this data within the no-argument constructor. But whereas in the parameterized constructor, while creating object, we are passing the data. That data is assigned here for person3 and this data is assigned here for person4. In previous class we have already seen we can write class without constructor also. If you write a class with no constructor, then Java compiler will provide default constructor for that class. The default constructor will also do not have arguments, but it will be initialized with default values. In previous class we have written this person class without any constructor. Let us check default constructor within this person.class file. Let us open this. We can open the .class file by using this command. Here this .class file has these three fields: name of string type, age of integer type, gender is of string type, and we have this person constructor. We did not write, but this is provided by Java compiler. It has single statement here that is called to object class constructor. We can write better constructor by using this keyword. In the next class we will see about this keyword.